This is entitled Memorandum, April 17th, 06, to the Board of Directors Audit Committees of Washington Mutual. It's from you, and it's regarding Long Beach Mortgage Company repurchase reserve root cause analysis. And on page, this was submitted to the Board's Audit Committee. Is that correct?
That's correct.
And on page 1 at the bottom, it says the following, quote, Long Beach experienced a dramatic increase in early payment defaults. Those are EPDs. Do you see that about 8 lines from the bottom?
I do. Yes, I do.
Long Beach experienced a dramatic increase in early payment defaults during the third quarter of 2005, it says there. And the early payment default recourse provisions of whole loan sales agreements led to a large volume of required loan repurchases, close quote. Then I'm going to now say, and you can say if this is accurate, that Long Beach ended up repurchasing more than $800 million in loans, incurring a loss of $100 million. And your loan goes on to say at the bottom of page 1 and the top of page 2 that Long Beach did not record an appropriate level of reserves for the repurchase obligations, and as a result, quote, gains on those sales were overstated and not corrected until the first quarter of 2006. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Then on page 2 at the first bullet point, management control weaknesses were identified by you at that first bullet point, which is about 2/3 of the way down. Quote, relaxed credit guidelines, breakdowns in manual underwriting processes, inexperienced subprime personnel, coupled with a push to increase loan volume and the lack of an automated fraud monitoring tool exacerbated the deterioration in loan quality. Is that correct?
That's correct.
Did the audit find that Long Beach then was consistently approving poor loans?
That's a fair assessment.
And did it find that Long Beach had weak controls over the loan process, the loan approval process?
Yes.
And the push to increase loan volume made things worse?
In my opinion, it did.
And did you inform senior management of the problems?
We did, yes.
What was their response?
An action plan was put together, which is part of internal audit's process, and something that they were receptive to the changes. It's something that was monitored on a go-forward basis.
So they indicated they would make changes?
They did, yes.
Now, Mr. Cathcart, look at Exhibit 16, if you would. Now we're January of 07. And this is a email chain at the end of December of 2006 and beginning in January of 07 between you and your colleagues at Washington Mutual about the quality of assets at Long Beach. And you write, quote, Long Beach represents a real problem for WAMU. That's the way you start that memo. What was the problem that you were identifying at that time?
I had seen a number of internal audits prepared by Randy Melby's group that indicated significant control weaknesses. I was seeing reports that indicated poor performance of the securitized portion and our own the securitized portion of Long Beach mortgages, which put us in the lowest quartile of performance. And I believe that we had gaps in our controls associated with Long Beach.
And had there been a surge of loans that had to be repurchased as well?
There was a surge of loans just after I arrived, and I believe that was the $800 million that Randy was just talking about.
All right. Now, in 2006, Washington Mutual made Long Beach a direct subsidiary of the bank and put it under the direct supervision of the Home Loans Division, but that didn't seem to help. Mr. Melby, take a look at Exhibit 19.